Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We are out here in the heart of nature, baby. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. How to stop responding negatively to everything you think disturbs you or offends you. It's getting really personal right now. That's the question that came in. And shout out to the person who wrote the question, because it saved me a lot of time. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So we're going to dive into this question. And this is a great question because it's something which we all go through. Like, how many of you feel offended by something during an average day? What about being disturbed by maybe somebody or something you read, something you watch, right? We are living in great times of change on the planet. So I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey. Stop responding negatively to everything I feel offended by, okay? Disturbed by. Let's start with this. You see, let's just say somebody shouts at you, somebody does something to you. We are social beings, lots of people on the planet. Now, we've been told, just ignore them, right? That's what I used to do. Okay, I was skating one time in Venice and a skater was like shouting at me for no reason. I said, what did I do? I ain't even had breakfast yet. Never mind that. He was just shouting at me because apparently I got in his way. Now, I was always told just be silent, ignore it, and it will go away. Well, that's what I did. And guess what? It wasn't going away. He just kept on doing it. And there were loads of people like watching. And I'm like, what am I going to do? So what helped me along my journey was to realize that there is what we have called natural silence, where it's very, very, very organic, okay? That's when you can really just ignore somebody and then move away. But there is also something called forced silence. And this is what a lot of people practice on the planet. And that's why they're not in the process of becoming their greatest version, because they are suppressing their emotions. They are not expressing how they actually truly feel. Slow motion this side. So guess what? I didn't ignore it. I actually said, no, sorry about that, but I got a point to make about this situation. I'm not just going to zip it. Now, obviously, they say never argue with a fool because from the distance, it looks like you're both fools, right? So I didn't argue so much, but I had to express myself. I always tell people, let's just say you're on even social media and someone responds to you or they say something to you, you feel offended by, disturbed by. You think, I'll just ignore it. But if you have something to say, never miss that opportunity of expressing yourself. Why? Because this will free up the negative energetic blocks within the body. A lot of people have a lot of subconscious programs running, beliefs, repressed emotions, because they never said what was really on their mind. They buried their emotions. So one day you're just gonna like completely go crazy in the worst possible place at my house. Why? You see, I told you. So ask yourself, do I have something to say? Sometimes you don't, then you can use the natural silence. Okay, if something offends you, you read an article or whatever. But if you've got something to say, it's always better to say it, because now you are releasing the energy. You don't have to go home thinking about the situation. Now, we talk about the second simple way to stop responding negatively to everything you feel disturbs or offends you, what's helped me along my journey is simply this. You see, throughout the day, you are bombarded by so many different energies. And what's really helped me is this. You see, you have to realize that address it. Address the situation. Okay? Don't just walk away from something. Sometimes it's somebody at work, somebody next door, somebody, whoever it is. Address them. Look them face to face, eye to eye, and address the situation there and then. What happens in a lot of cases is that people walk away from the scene. Okay, just say somebody offends you, you leave it, then you go home thinking about it, then you come back to it. Now, this is where it gets really crazy because, first of all, it's already happened. So you've had to actually go home and now you're overthinking about what took place when you could have just addressed it then and there, got it off your chest, and then, woo, breathing that good ass prana, baby. So what's helped me along my journey is to address anything I feel offends or disturbs me. Address it there and then. Don't go home thinking about it. Let's talk about the third secret to stop responding negatively to everything you feel that disturbs or offends you. CCT. Now, this is what I found out was helping me, because sometimes I used to respond in a very negative way to somebody who I thought was trying to harm me, put my life in danger. Don't do that. The cat down the road is my bodyguard, right? I realized this. CCT is calm, compassionate, truthful. By using CCT every single day, I say, okay, if I'm confronted with a situation, an event, or a person that I feel is offending me, I have to become calm, and I have to put myself in their shoes, which is compassion. And I have to be truthful, which means I can't suppress how I actually feel in that situation. So CCT, what is it, Ralph? Calm, that's right. Compassionate, that's right. And truthful. Truthful is where you don't have to back down. You actually speak your heart and mind. It's not like things are going to get crazier. They're already crazy, right? So it's how you address the situation makes a world of difference. You could say, excuse me. I used to make videos in one place near Malibu, and the neighbor was like, stop making videos because it's too early. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. So I had to be calm when I was talking to him, compassionate, and then truthful to say, actually, I'm not moving. I'm sorry. We've got lots of deep divers waiting for this. Sorry. What's the fourth secret to stop responding negatively to everything you feel disturbs or offends you? Now, everything is about what you are tuning into. Like the great Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, you got to think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. So what helped me along my journey was to realize this, that what am I tuning into? You turn into whatever you are tuning into. Slow motion this side. So instead of tuning into people's storm, their drama, their negativity, why not tune into your own inner peace? What? Say it again. Instead of tuning into their chaos, tune into your inner peace. Because you see, fire creates more fire. And that's where a lot of us find ourselves. We end up mimicking people who we don't actually want to be like. In essence, we end up becoming exactly like them. So the problem escalates. So you got to diffuse all the tension. You got to become water in a very fiery situation. And that's not easy, because a lot of us, we're so quick to react. And that's the problem, because we haven't practiced CCT, where you got to be calm first, compassionate, and then truthful. So I realize, okay, I get offended sometimes. I even go on different websites and I say, what the hell is this? But then I realize it's because, once again, I'm trying to go out there. I've got to be focused on what I'm doing, tuning into what I'm creating. And then I have nothing to complain about. Now, let's talk about number 5, doing this in steps, making it real simple. A lot of the times we think something is very personal. When I was skating and that guy was shouting at me, I thought, okay, this is about me. But if they don't know you, it never is personal. How can it be? So don't take it personally. And it's something I've had to learn over time, that, like, who are these people? I don't know them. We just met. So why am I even bothering, thinking it's personal? You see, we feel offended and disturbed by certain things when we feel people are out to get us, when they aren't. Because if we talk about number 6, how to stop responding negatively to everything you feel disturbs or offends you, most of the time it has nothing to do with you. How do I know this? Okay, when this event happened in Venice, California, this was years ago. Now, in 2016, recently, what happened? The guy came up to me saying that, I'm sorry about that, I had a drug problem. That's why I was shouting at you. I had a lot of issues going on at the time. So I was like, don't worry about it. I had forgotten about that issue. But I knew when it was happening that this wasn't about me. This guy had issues he was dealing with. So that's how to stop responding negatively. Once again, you got to be very empathetic. You got to realize that a lot of people are going through so much right now. That's why I didn't even trip. I'm like, I get it, right? Just don't shout at me next time. I got my best clothes on. Goodness gracious. Okay? People are going through stuff. In psychology, we call this kick the cat syndrome, where somebody shouts at you at work, you go home, you better not kick the cat down the road. But some people still do it. That's not good, right? Or they kick the sofa, right? Kick the sofa. They kick whatever they could find, right? The cat down the road will actually bite you back. It's not taking any of your crap at all. So I realized, okay, these are their issues, they're not mine. Okay, and let's talk about number 7, 7-day vegan challenge. Now, I used to get offended when I was becoming a vegan, been a vegan for nearly 12 years now, I used to get offended and feel disturbed when people were just showing no compassion to animals whatsoever. I took this as a personal attack on my lifestyle. To say, don't you know, over 64 billion animals are killed every single year? So I would be giving them documentaries, Earthlings, Forks Over Knives, whatnot. And some of these people, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't even want to watch it. They're like, I don't want to watch those slaughterhouse videos. So I was like, I don't want to be around these kinds of people. This is offensive. Then I realized this secret, that even eating a more plant-based diet, being a vegan is a consciousness level to see that everything is connected. And instead of just bashing what other people are eating, I've got to focus on promoting my own lifestyle. Slow motion this side. And ever since, the 7-Day Vegan Challenge is growing so much. Just look how many people are connecting on this channel to realize the magnitude of the 7-Day Vegan Challenge. I got people on Snapchat sending me strawberries in their mouth, grapes in their mouth every single day. How cool is that? Okay, so it's a revolution right now because people want to eat better. They want to feel better and they want to look better. And that all comes when you start eating a more plant-based diet, eating a more alkaline diet. And if somebody isn't living that lifestyle, that's cool. you can live and let live, right? That's what's helped me along my journey. Now we can talk about number 8. What's helped me is to really become a lighthouse, okay? A lighthouse where you realize that instead of attacking what you hate, you can actually start promoting what you love. And this is what helped me along my journey. You see, on my channel, I've talked about so many different subjects. I'm not really about attacking anymore like I used to. I never actually used to attack, but I'm about solutions. I'm about promoting the right solutions, because I could spend hours and hours talking about problems, and that's very important. But if I don't give you any solutions, it's no use. To stop responding negatively to everything you feel disturbs or offends you, because once again, it's a perspective which you are tuning into. We'll come to that later. You got to start asking yourself, what am I doing to become a lighthouse, an example, right? The lighthouse, if you are a lighthouse, you are now an example. People see you and they get inspired. Like, I don't tell people, oh, do the 7-day vegan challenge. Nah, ain't nobody got time for that. They just see my channel and say, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, you got so many subscribers, millions of views. I want to do that too, right? People are copycats like that, right? Once people see success, they want to copy it. So if you are a lighthouse, right, every single day I live in abundance. I wake up to abundance. Been doing this for years, and it's only going to grow. Why? Because word is bond. People see your lifestyle working. They see, okay, now you are really living the life. You're not just talking about it. You got proof. People say, oh my gosh, what's the secret? So because you are a lighthouse, people become attracted to you by you being a living example. Okay? And it makes a world of difference, right? And that's what's helped me along my journey, just to be a lighthouse, right? We can go our separate ways, but I'm going to shine and you're going to see it and you're going to be like, how did you do that? Right? Then we can probably talk about it. Maybe, if you're lucky. Number 9, how to stop responding negatively to everything you feel disturbs or offends you. Now, many times we have criticisms. I've had a lot of criticism. Some people say, Ralph, do it this way, do it that. Yeah. But once again, I say, okay, they've told me this, but am I going to be another problem? Right? Am I going to take on board what they say? Sometimes I might. They could have a point. Right, you always got to look in, take a look within, see what they're highlighting, see what they're bringing out of you to say, okay, maybe they have a point. But the problem is, a lot of the times, people who are criticizing, they have nothing to show for themselves. Like, they're not creating anything. Like, where is your hundreds of thousands of subscribers? Then I might take a listen to you. Right? Where are your millions of views? Then I might take a listen to you. But you see, the secret is people who are very successful are too busy creating. They don't have time to bring people down. Right? So I always say, once again, it's nothing personal. The reason why a lot of people sometimes lash out at you is because they have their own inner problems they haven't resolved yet. Because trust me, there's a reason why this channel is growing so much. Because once again, I've never brought people down from the beginning. Like, everything I create is original content, source material. So that's the secret. I'm showing people you can become highly successful by not pulling people down, because that's easy, right? You get a lot of hits for that. But to do it the other way is very difficult. That's why a lot of people don't do it. But once again, you always have to ask yourself, what is their true intention? Is it to help me or is it to harm me? Right? And then take a look within, but don't become another problem. Right? And number 10, how to stop responding negatively to everything you feel disturbs or offends you is just to shine brighter. That's right. Shine brighter. Become more successful. That's the best way to do it. right? Focusing is everything. Trust me, I'm a cinematographer. I know what I'm talking about. Most people don't focus. They're too easily distracted, so they feel hurt and upset. Do you think people with billions care what you think? Oh, they're greedy? No, they're too busy creating more of it. Right? Do you think somebody who's opened up a vegan restaurant cares if you say, oh, I don't like that lifestyle? They're too happy observing the change and seeing the miracles in their life. So you have to be preoccupied with focusing on what you know you came here to do to become your greatest version. So they don't even exist. Like, the only people that exist in my life, I'll tell you the truth, are the people who are also helping me become my greatest version. Ask yourself today, how am I contributing to this problem I feel I have? Like, what material are you creating if you feel something disturbs you or offends you, to balance things out? If you aren't doing anything about it, you got nothing to complain about, right? I didn't like how the world was, so I started to make videos. It feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Have a beautiful day. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. We're out here in the heart of nature, baby. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy.